Hello sports fans, I'm Colonel Failure and this is the exclusive preview of the Electrosports Football League Hyperelectrobowl, which is due to be played this week. Normally, of course, the Electrosports games look a little bit like this, which it's not particularly cinematic. Fortunately, however, we can export the rosters and turn it into 3D, courtesy of Axis Football. This year's final is pretty much a rematch. Well, I say pretty much, it's an exact rematch of last year's game, which sees the Edinburgh Jesters taking on the mainland Seagulls, who are a franchise under new ownership. Last year they were known as the Reykjavik Bulldozers, and now Seagulls. Bulldozers, Seagulls, same thing. Pretty much the same team. And it's going to be exciting, probably. So let's have a quick look at what the experts say is the likely outcome. Danny has picked the Seagulls 37-27. Dave has picked the Seagulls 31-23. James has picked the Seagulls by 31-23. And Joe has picked the Seagulls by 41-30. So that's the odds stacked against the Jesters. Let's see if they can upset the pundits. Well, it's a capacity crowd. Trust me, definitely is capacity crowd here at the Gridiron Arena for the Hyperelectrobowl. And as the defending champions, the mainland Seagulls have decked out the stadium accordingly. Let's get to kickoff. And it is Lazarus recalled to kick off for the Seagulls, and he's hoofed it all the way down towards the end zone there. Well, I say towards the end zone, it's into the end zone. Hensley with the return gets it to about the 22, and as is traditional, all offense goes in the same direction. Oliver drops back to pass, and he gets absolutely brutally murdered there. We'll change the camera angle. Julius Hardware with the sack on that play, but he gets his first pass attempt away to Childress for 7 whole yards there. And what's he going to do this time? He's going to try and throw it. He's going for it all. No, overthrew that one. That was not particularly effective. Leaving Mills back now to punt the ball away. And as Sandoval with the return, and I'm not sure his leg's supposed to do that, but it did it anyway, because why wouldn't you? Seagulls now on offense, passing on first down, and a nice grab by Burks there, who manages to snag another first down immediately. Yes, some good stuff there. Still sticking with the air game, and that's nice. Oh, couldn't quite connect. Had that done so, that was an easy touchdown that just blew it. Now passing to Xiong, and good running. Xiong's had an awful lot of ball action this year, and that's continuing here in the Hyperelectrobowl as Kane gets himself sacked. And Kane's out, actually. He's gone out with a leg injury, which brings Chet vacant in as the backup quarterback for the Seagulls, defending their title here, but under new ownership. I mean, that was a bit of a bold pass there from Kane, almost threw an interception into the end zone, but didn't, and the Seagulls settle for a field goal, a goal from the field there. So the kickoff once again ending up deep in the end zone, and Hensley's going to see if he can't make something out of this. No, he walked into his own man and fell over. That's a pretty classic play from Hensley there. He's going to be pleased with that. Childress with his first carry gets a couple of yards there. No, that's not terrible. Let's say 2 yards. Well, we'll say 2 yards because that's how many yards it was. As another go, maybe another 2 yards there. No yards on that one. Unfortunate. Not giving up on Childress just yet, and it's just as well. He breaks away there for a good 15 or so for 17 yards, steady on. And Oliver dropping back to pass, going deep. No, going deep is not paying off for either team at the current time. And we had a penalty going on there as well. And that's going to be a 1st and 20. And Oliver again going for it all. No, it's not to be. No, he's giving it a go. Armstrong, the offensive lineman, coming back from an injury moment. And it's interception. Cortex there, making the pick off, and the Seagulls now back in possession. And it's Xiong with the ball, and he runs with it in that way that you do with the ball when you have it. Vacant still in at quarterback. Apparently Kane's injury is likely to see him out for the rest of the game, which is highly dramatic. It is highly dramatic. Some stats for Santiago Watson there, where he's had the ball thrown at him a couple of times and he hasn't caught it yet. But that's okay. Zhong making some more yardage on the ground, and once again the Seagulls are threatening to score. That was just the worst pass ever, and it was quite nice to see a cheerleader backflipping over the missed pass on that play. Hope to see more of that later. But there it is, pass to Burks, and he's in for a touchdown. And the Jesters are now up 9-0 here in the first quarter, as we go for the extra points, and Mr. Automatic, Lazarus Recoil, kicks that one automatically, because he's Mr. Automatic. And there's the kickoff. Hensley or whoever couldn't be bothered with that one. So it's a first and 10 from somewhere. I don't know, usually 25-yard line, isn't it? Yeah, for a touchback. And Childress there attempted a pass. No, it was Oliver attempting a pass. Didn't get it, but Childress has now got to run, and that's secured another first down. And the Jesters hoping to get some momentum on this drive. Didn't get any momentum on that play. No, did the opposite of getting some momentum. Didn't get any momentum. Oliver dropping back again, going for a lot, and Cunningham coming away with the ball. Well, that's the first long pass that the team has managed to complete, and that puts them well into Seagull territory, into the nest, if you will, of the Seagulls. And Oliver going for something short, but that was hopeless. Into triple coverage, if not more. It was just, it's just scrappy. You got a man wide open over to the left there. No, never mind. Okay, go for the end zone. See if I care. And that will bring up fourth down and a field goal attempt, which is good. 10 to 7, no, to 3. Just read the thing. You don't need to try and make up what the score is or memorize it or anything. It says it on the screen. 30 seconds left in the first quarter of play. And the Seagulls with the return. Watson there, having some kind of spinal problem as he went down from being tackled. Sticking with Zhong on the ground, and he's got... No, never mind. He did all right, but he could have done better, but didn't do better. That was a 23-yard run, which is not to be sniffed at. And Vacant rolling out again, and another poor throw. Most unfortunate. You would hope for more. You might be a backup quarterback, but you'd still hope for more. I don't know, like a completed pass or something. Oh, there's Zhong having another go, and he's down as well. And that's unfortunate. Here comes Vacant. He's dropping back, surveying the field. A clinically thrown interception there to Esparza. I'm not entirely sure who he was aiming for, but he hit Esparza right in the numbers. And that's Roby Jordan there knocking up a sack on Oliver, one of the foremost defensive tackles in the league. And it was another. That was another chance he passed, but Hensley managed to reel it in even. He might have wheeled it in as well. Oh, a spin move from Childress allows him to break clear and get the first down there on the 20-yard line of the Seagulls. And if they can get a score out of this, it's going to tighten this game right up, which is going to lead to some very high excitement levels. And personally, I don't know if I can get any more excited than I currently am. But I'll pace myself and see what happens. 59 yards for Childress so far today. That's a nice number, and he does enough there to get the first down again. Oliver, however, his passing he's only 30% on the day, and that's not going to do his fantasy football numbers any good. He attempts one into the end zone again. He's just greedy. Goes for it every single time, given half a chance. And no, it doesn't matter. He's got two defenders on him. I'll throw it at him anyway. We've got an offside call there against Exponential Tyrone, which brings up... Hold on, we got a false start, so that's cancelled that back off again. Just tell me what down we're on. Second and goal from, what's that, about the 8.5. All right, it's a bit further than that now. Third and goal from the 13. What's it going to be? He's going for it. There we are. There's the ball. Touchdown. Flipping out. Oh, he was in triple coverage. Anyway, Childress there with the touchdown. And that ties the thing up. Yep, there it is, tying the thing up. I almost spoke too soon, but didn't. And that's a good thing. And you have to wonder whether the Seagulls can bounce back from their current run of misfortune, given that they've got someone who clearly can't pass for toffee at the quarterback position, as Watson has a fall around on the floor at the 24-yard line. Vacant surveys the field. He goes long, gets picked off. Well, it's not even long. That was medium. And it's dubious Dub Wombat, who gets the snag there. Childress grinding up a few more yards in his mortar and pestle of his running game. Oh no, that was never going to work. Linebacker there followed him all the way to the ground and then jumped on him while on the ground. And not in a friendly way either. Sticking with Childress, no dice. Well, I wouldn't have punted out. I'd probably gone for it. I know it was long yardage, but, I mean, what have you gained there, really? About 15 yards? Big whoop. Anyway, Seagulls back in charge, and they're going with Zhong on the ground. Probably quite wise. He only managed, 1 yard there. 2nd and 9. And Vacant's, he's looking. He's going long. And somehow Zhong comes away with it, although we've got offensive pass interference, which is going to bring it all straight back again, and that's a 2nd and 19. Vacant, he's going to try the same move again by the looks of it. Yeah, or like a complete Charlie, he almost threw that one straight to the defender, but didn't. There's Zhong, a nice bit of running on 3rd and 19. You don't really run on 3rd and 19, it's not advisable, but they did it anyway. Advice be damned. There are 3 players in there, and the 2 who could have done some blocking didn't. So that was quite a short return, as the 2-minute warning is brought up with another pitiful run there from Childress, bringing up 2nd and 14. Here goes Oliver. Well, that was interesting. Some kind of shovel pass there as far as the offensive line. I don't know what they got out of that. I think he only managed to make it back to the line of scrimmage. And you got Oliver trying to throw another interception. I don't know what's wrong with these quarterbacks these days. They think they're so flash, hitting the root before the receiver lands there. It's not going to work. Jones there with the return, gets out of bounds. And the Seagulls with 1:50 left in the quarter. We'll be hoping to make something out of this going into the half. No, well, what they've made is another interception. Wombat, again, with the pick-off. Well, okay then. In which case, the Jesters now with 1:42 left to play, calling a timeout. And they're into the nest once again. Oh, that's Chancey. But Hallam gets the ball, and he waves it around in front of his face. He can't believe that he managed to keep hold of that and not cough it up to the opposition. Now, if they've got any sense, they'll keep it on the ground here. They have done. Childress. Oh, he's fumbled. Armstrong got the recovery, but that was almost a very bad thing indeed. 3rd and inches. And Oliver with the attempted sneak there, and he gets laid out for his trouble. It's foolish. They're going to play it safe and go for the field goal because they're a bunch of wusses. But the field goal worked, so they're up now. There's 13-10 in favour of the Jesters. And here's Watson with the return. No one takes a knee in the end zone in this game. Oh, ouch. Although Watson rather thinks he possibly should have done, given that hit there. There's Zhong. Yeah, I know, with a minute left, yeah, you definitely want to be doing some kind of off-tackle running. That's certainly going to get you a score before half-time. And throwing towards Wombat again. You would have thought that Vacant, twice bitten, 3rd time, didn't want to be bitten again. Oh, and Zhong gets himself tackled by his own offensive lineman there as he rebounds into the floor. And that will bring up a punt. And here comes Cavazos. Never mind. Cavazos there didn't get very far. Should have called for a fair catch. But I'm not entirely sure this game supports the calling of fair catches, so that's okay. First throw attempts, nothing from that. No, nothing at all. We're looking for some high impact play, and that's not bad. Childress with the catch, and there's an awful lot of reliance going on these running backs. You have to wonder if they've got the legs to keep it up for the whole game. That's long. Cunningham there with the catch, bringing up a 1st and goal with just inches to go to the end zone. McMillan got the ball, but he fell over. Don't know why, but he did. Oh, a nice dodge there from Oliver, who still gets the pass off, but it was rubbish. If it hadn't been rubbish, that would have been a touchdown. But it was rubbish. So he gives it to Childress, who scampers in there. And that gives the Jesters quite a significant lead with just 27 seconds left in the half. I don't think the Seagulls are going to bounce back from this unless their starting quarterback comes back from injury. But apparently took quite a severe knock and is currently receiving emergency medical care. His insurance just about covers it, which is a good thing. Vacant settles in, drops back 18 paces, and then gets an elbow to the face. Brilliant. 2nd and 21. It's Vacant. He's looking. He's rolling. He's passing. It's to Dirk Shafter, the tight end. He manages to get a couple of yards there. It's not going to be enough. There's only 8 seconds left in the half. And yeah, that was right. Yeah, that was awful. But there are 4 seconds left, so he can have another crack. Oh, no. Oh, he's not going to bother. He's just going to punt. All right, I don't know why you bother. You might as well just, throw a flipping Hail Mary 3/4 of the way down the pitch and see what you get. Tyson there with the return, and that brings up half-time. And here's some numbers for you. 49 plays in total from the Jesters. They really have had the Lions' share of the Jesters' share of the ball so far. 27 rush and 20 numbers. You can read them. I said it wrong. Oh, we're carrying on. Okay. Oh, I didn't press anything. You do what you see fit there, game. I'll try and keep up. But there were some numbers there, and they showed that the game is clearly being played. As Watson gets to the 29-yard line. It didn't feel like it was that far. Maybe measuring from his feet, maybe, rather than where his empty head bounced off the AstroTurf. And that was Emmanuel Tyson with the tackle. As Vacant starting from the... what? I mean, you have to be pretty unlucky to throw an interception to a defensive lineman, but there it was. And that's going for the end zone. Cunningham with the touchdown. And some hapless seagull there flapping around on the ground as though it was covered in the spillage from the Exxon Valdez. And quite a catastrophe for the wildlife there, and perhaps one shouldn't make light of it. But that's what I was reminded of in the moment. Watson, you big pansy. He'd got blocks upfield, but he goes, no, I'm going to step out of bounds. Like a big pansy. Well, Christensen with his first catch of the game. They have multiple people open there. Vacant is only 4 of 15 in today's game. You want a bit more than them. That's Wombat there wearing 41. Almost managed to get... Vacant's thrown 4 interceptions so far. That should give you some kind of a measure of, flipping heck. Yeah, there's 41 again. I don't know if there was some bribery taking place before the game kicked off. Hold on, why is it... When did it become 27-10? I don't remember that scoreline going in. Oh, hold on. There's a Shelley there, middle linebacker getting the interception, and the Seagulls are back in charge. Did I miss a touchdown? I think I probably commented on it, but I can't rule out that I missed that. Anyway, whatever. It's 27-10. Seagulls on offense. You could call it offense. The play is pretty offensive. It's because it's not good. They've got to find some way of making this work. That is not the way to make this work, as Vacant throws his 6th interception of the day. Childress now running for another 10 or so yards, his spinal injuries now are just mounting, but he seems to be able to shrug most of them off as Oliver gets sacked, and he's now out with a leg injury, which is bringing in, I don't know, what's his name? I don't know the name of who's the backup? Although the backup completes his first pass for an 11-yard gain. It's something ending in Y. Okay, and it's quite short. Okay, somebody whose name ends in... Is it McCoy? I don't know. As soon as I know, you'll know. That will be a detail that we'll share together as Patrick Sandoval there breaking up his 5th pass of the day. And Cunningham there with a snagging triple coverage. And McCoy, we're going to call him McCoy for the time being. Damn it, Jim, I'm a quarterback. I'm not a doctor. There you go. He's done well. So saying that, there's like 5-6 lads there. I don't know how Tyrone got back to defend that one, given that he's a defensive end. But apparently he got involved in that pass play and managed to shut it down. Mills punts. Jones catches and steps out of bounds. What a legend. What a hero. And he's a man's man, is Jones. Vacant, still passing. Gets one away to Zhong, who breaks for, I don't know, 15 or so? That was 19, apparently. Oh, okay. Well done. Yeah. No, you've earned your salary. Zhong again. Oh, we found something that works. Over the middle to Zhong. I hope it doesn't get picked off by a defensive lineman in the interim. Vacant again. What's it going to be? Oh, he's gone out to the flanks, and Shafter has made a catch. Good job, Dirk Shafter. His second catch of the day, and that's super. I'm not biased at all. I mean, just because this used to be my team. Oh, hold on. Who was he trying to throw to there? That was rubbish. No. Totally unbiased. I'm all Kings all the time. You know, I managed to work my own team into the commentary. What are you going to do? Where are we now? 3rd and 10 on the 25-yard line. So in field goal range. But a field goal's not really going to do it when you're down by 17 points in the third quarter. And the third quarter's almost done. Oh, apparently we're going for a field goal. How brave. How bold. Oliver, meanwhile, has returned from his moment of time off for the Jesters. So they'll have a proper quarterback in play. Although, saying that, McCoy was doing very nicely as a substitute there. And Hensley gets absolutely riddled with helmet. Not for the first time. Oliver drops back, surveys the field, and throws an immediate interception to Jones. Well done, Jones. Not so well done there, Oliver. But anyway, I missed Vacant, so you'll have it back soon. No, he's managed to lob it to Zhong there, who's head up the field like he meant business. And he does mean business. Or did on that play. Oh, Vacant just got clipped in the kneecap. And that was by Wombat, who's a cornerback. And that's his third sack of the flipping it. Gabriel Transistor. What a legend. Well, that's a touchdown. Yeah, that just happened. And there you go. So that actually makes the game a little bit more interesting. It's now the Jesters 27 and the Seagulls 20. 30 seconds left to play in this, the third of 4 quarters. An additional quarter may be played if after 4 of the quarters have been played, there is no clear winner. And at that point, all we'd say is that the winner is you, the viewer. It goes for a pass to Cunningham, but nothing doing. Cunningham's got 122 yards today, though, so he's done his bit. Childress there tries a run, falls over. It's 3rd and 12 from their own 15-yard line. Oliver dropping back. And flipping Cunningham. I tell you, that boy's got some hands. Which is fortunate, because you need hands in order to be able to catch the ball. That's a first down now from the Seagull 39-yard line, and Childress is away. He's off to the right there on the strong side. Although it does look like they're playing an ace formation. It's not even ace, that's more jumbo. Double tight end formation now. And what's it going to be? Where's it going? He's going for a pass for some reason, despite the fact that he's got absolutely no receivers. Cook gets the catch. And he won't be thanking anyone for that. I mean, that was a hospital pass if ever I saw one. Going for a field goal. It's a long way, but it's good. Jesters now up by 10. 8 minutes 44 left in the game. And that's a big thumping kick there to the same place the big thumping kicks always go. And here comes Watson. He's got blocks, but runs straight into them. Because that's a strategy. Vacant handing off to Mastodon. This is the first time we've seen Steve Mastodon today, and he is the best fullback in the entire league. No, never mind. They're taking him back off, and it's back to Zhong, who flails around on the floor having been tackled. I mean, saying that, he's got 117 yards on the ground today. That's a decent show. He did end up as one of the league's best running backs overall. So this is not a terrible strategy. Certainly better than letting this joker throw it. I mean, look at that. Wide open, over the middle, overthrew. 8 completions of 28 attempts for Chet Vacant. And he's got it again. It's Transistor. Well, it has to be said, I am very familiar with the Gabriel Transistor burn-away touchdown move. I've called a few of those in my time, and it's good to see that the new coach has adopted the same scheme. Recall with the kickoff. 6:50 to play. Jesters now lead by 3. Here comes Hensley. And, no, never mind. He gave it a go. I bless him. I mean, you know, he should get an award for giving it a spin. There's a flag on the play. Oliver's going long. Never mind. There's it's on the floor. And that was holding. Ruben de Jong. There is a bad boy. And, well, that's 1st and 20 now. So putting all the pressure on Oliver and his core of receivers as they line up in the I formation. Oliver looking over. Jordan almost got a sack, but instead got an interception. You don't see that very often, but you have today. Zhong. He looked like he was clear, but got absolutely hammered. And it's now 2nd and goal with just inches to go. And he's in. This is a barnstormer of a final quarter as the Seagulls take the lead and are now up by 4. That's right, friends. The Jesters are now down, and a field goal will not do it. That's what real commentators say, you know. They say that kind of thing. Just to let you know that a field goal is only worth 3 points, because they seem to think that people forget that a field goal is only worth 3 points, and then when there's a 4-point deficit, feel obliged to point out that scoring 3 points now won't do it. Hallam there with a catch. That's worth about 3 or 4, or 5, as the case may be. That's okay, whatever. And we're moving. It's a long one. Trying for Cunningham again. He'd almost got the legs, but hadn't got the range. Which I don't know if that means anything to you or not, but that's the truth of the matter. Childress, however, gaining the 5 yards to give him a first down. And he gets the carry again. Nice dodge. Well, I guess they call it a juke, don't they? Which means a dodge, really. He dodged the tackle and got 4 yards off what looked like a yard or 2 loss of a play. Okay, that one was incomplete. 3rd and 6 now from their own 39-yard line. And Oliver gets it away to Cunningham, who's lining himself up for an MVP-style award. 266 yards for Oliver today. That's respectable. Probably a few more interceptions than he'd really be comfortable with. And it's an offensive pass interference penalty, which makes this 1st and 20. And, another nice move there from Childress as he ducks under a tackle. Gets him 6 yards, bringing up 2nd and 14. And that one was thrown into an awful lot of traffic, and none of the traffic wanted the ball. No, they were all commuting on their way downfield to somewhere more important. Childress with another carry there, and that brings up 4th and 8. And what are they going to do with 2 minutes 50 left in this, the Hyperelectrobowl? That's right, they're punting. I don't know why. They just are. Jones there, heading for the sideline, but gets tackled before he can get there, and then gets thrown out on the sideline. Vacant from the shotgun. Goes long. It's Gabriel Transistor. And that is likely to be the ball game. Transistor's 3rd catch and 3rd touchdown of the day. Once again, having gone long into the end zone. And it's now Seagulls 41, Jesters 30. Can the Jesters do anything? Well, we'll find out in a moment. There's Hensley again, running into his own blockers. Good lad. And here comes Oliver. He's got it all to do and not much time to do it in. In fact, he's got it all to do twice. So he needs to get it done the first time pretty quickly. Chi there with a nice catch. 20 yards. Another first down. 2-minute warning. All right, that was the 2-minute warning. They've been warned. And now they're getting on with Childress with a lovely little darting, squirting run there. Gets the first down. And now on the Seagull 44. But, and that's probably at Jordan, the defensive tackle. I mean, he's effectively a nose tackle, but he plays in a 4-3 most of the time, so he's just a regular defensive tackle. But Jordan with his 2nd interception of the game. I'd love to show you an action replay of that, but that was a cornerback who was looking the wrong way and failed to notice that the ball carrier was coming towards him as Jean gets in for another touchdown. That's 47. If this kick goes well, it'll be 48. Yep. 48-30. The game's over, friends. It's a minute 47 of play. You're not going to get 3 touchdowns in that amount of time. You're just not. It doesn't happen. Hensley lets it bounce out of the end zone. It's probably the most sensible thing he's done all day, as Oliver surveying the field. Well, that's a good pass. Hensley there with a catch, but the Jesters are out of timeouts. So everything needs to count now. Yeah, that one didn't count. No, that one was dropped. But he has thrown for 300 yards today and 5 whole interceptions. Whoa, that's a very long pass. And Cunningham gets it. Flipping Cunningham. Would you Adam and Eve it? Beautiful catch from Cunningham there. As Oliver goes for the end zone. And it's picked off by Chad Hammer. And Vacant will probably kneel. No, we'll give it to Zhong. Why not? Yeah, rack up a few more yards. Oh, that's got flipping ouchie poos. Yeah, he bent at the knee in an entirely unholy fashion there. And now we're passing the ball for some reason. Don't know why, just is. Stopping the clock is it's charitable, but obviously we're on the Seagulls are trying to run the score up yet further, which is, Zhong's had 221 yards on the ground today, which is nice. And now they decide to start burning up the clock, which means we have to sit here for a bit until he can be bothered to snap the ball, which will be in about 20 seconds. So I'll fill that. The cheerleaders on the side there, if you can make them out, they're doing Gangnam Style at the moment, which is terrific. It's a fan favourite, and all the fans are wearing red and white today. Oh, hold on. There's some football happening. Oh, great throw, you clown. If you'd run the ball, the clock would still be running. But then again, you'd be just hanging around running the timeout. And Zhong's away again for another first down as the clock continues rolling and the sands of time they drip through the hourglass so very slowly. 20 seconds left in the game. This is it. There will be no more football today. The game's over. But we have to sit here and wait for it to be officially over, which it isn't yet. We'll be in 10 seconds or so. All right, so keep yourself amused for a couple of seconds, and then we can declare the victor and get the hell out of here. And that's the ball game. And there's some stats for you. 93 plays for the Jesters, and they still lost. 480 yards to 483 yards, so it was reasonably close. 3 sacks apiece, 6 turnovers apiece. This was not a game where quarterbacks could take much pride in what they'd accomplished. And I'd love to get some player stats for you, but apparently I'm not allowed. So there you go. That's the Hyperelectrobowl, and the champion there, predicted by Axis Football, is the Mainland Seagulls, which would mean that franchise has done back-to-back Super Bowls. Hyper-Electro Bowls even. There is no such thing as a Super Bowl. Anyway, if you want to get involved in this game, it doesn't look like this at all. It's all played through a web browser. We simply export the teams and bring them into this and use it to simulate important games, like the Hyper-Electro Bowl, which takes place 24 hours from now. It's probably about 12 hours from now, but soon it takes place. So if you want to get involved, then register your interest in the comments below. Preference will be given to members of Fail Brigade. But if you're not a member of Fail Brigade, try your luck. See how you get on. Maybe you'll get in. But register your interest in the comments. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back soon with another important game. Cheerio.